Welcome back. Our next guests are two of the world's most high-profile entrepreneurs. So Richard Branson is one of Britain's most successful businessmen. Tyra Banks first shot to fame as a supermodel.
Now they're here to tell us why they're becoming business partners, but first, we had to talk to both of you. You first, Sir Richard, about Brexit, and then I'm going to come to you as a high-profile American businesswoman. What the hell is happening to my country? We've been saying that about yours for the last year. So let me start with you, Sir Richard. I've been reading what you've been saying about this. The country's in a mess. You believe we should have a second referendum. Why?
I don't believe the public realised what a mess their vote would cost. I think that, in the last 2 days, bank shares, some of them have gone down by as much as 50%. 2 trillion got wiped off the global stock market. The pound has collapsed to its lowest level in 30 years. And we will go into a recession unless we can actually send signals to the world very quickly that we're going to do something about it.
How much has been wiped from the value of your companies?
I mean, we're not any worse than anybody else, but I suspect we've lost a third of our value, which means
a third.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which means which is dreadful for people in the workplace. I mean, we were about to do a very big deal. We cancelled that deal. That would have involved 3,000 jobs, and that's happening all over the country.
And when we say a third of the value, can you put it for those who don't know how much your value is? How much would that be?
I mean, I think the important thing is that when Brexiters told the public that that people were exaggerating, that there would be a financial meltdown, I think it's been proven they were not exaggerating, and I think. One of the reasons that I think that there should be a second referendum, particularly once the terms are known about what our entry into Europe is going to cost us, the public will then have all the facts at their fingertips.
But here's the problem with this, which is we are supposed to be a democracy. Mm. This was a democratic vote. 17 million people voted to leave.
So those same 17 people will be able to vote again.
But why should we? I mean, when we lose a normal election, we don't just say, "Hey, Ed Miliband lost the last one. Let's have another throw of the dice." We don't, after England get kicked out of the European Championship, say, "Can we replay the game?" Why should we go against the democratic result?
We're not going against it. What we're simply saying is that the facts that Brexit has told people were inaccurate. I mean, you've already got Nigel Farage saying that the 350 million that's going to go into the health service was not true. You've got other people who were for Brexit saying, yes, we accept we cannot stop immigration if we do this. So all I'm saying is, look, this country is going to go into recession. I mean, 2 of the worst days ever. Banks, being pounded means they're not going to lend money. We're going to go into recession. And that was based on people being told this would not happen. Do not worry. The fact that we're going to lose 500 million marketplace, don't worry about it. Everything's going to be fine. It is not fine. We're heading towards a disaster. And therefore, in business, if you realise you made a bad decision, you change it. Now we're not just saying overrule it. We're saying, let those same people that voted have another chance, and that's democratic.
Tyra's sitting alongside you. How long?
Adding some much-needed beauty, I think, to this part of the sofa. If you don't mind me